little bit of movie magic so that the the materials will be at the beginning. So the materials are a knife, any type. It could be this type, or it could be, a knife. It just has to be a knife. Scissors, tape, ruler, important, various paints. So you got, I used these paints here: white, black, red, and yellow. Yellow wants to come onto frame here. Yellow. If you're gonna mix your paints, you're gonna need a paint mixer. I use this spatula here. Somewhere to put your paints, I use this paper plate as a palette. Napkin to wipe off your paint brushes. Paint cup with paint brushes. I use a thick broad one, this little thin one for glue, and a little detailed one for a little detail that I used once. As for glues, you're gonna need a glue. I use this puzzle glue for some of the smaller details because it's easier to paint on, and for some of the more stubborn details I use super glue. A marker to mark down your measurements, and of course cardboard. I use this type of cardboard. It's trash cardboard, found in the dumpster. And of course, if you don't want to cut up your table, I would recommend going out, finding a piece of styrofoam. Found this one literally in the trash. Go dumpster diving a little bit. Who knows what you find. So yeah, that's everything. That's all the lists, and that's the result right there. There it goes. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I'm doing now. Boop. Okay, so I went ahead and put away the cards, high value cards, because I would hate for anything to happen to them. And now we have, darn, I forgot to get sorry, I got one here. It's gonna get messed up. Oh wait, this one will do. Yep, okay. So, in front of you, can't really see now, can you? Let's remove. Yeah. Remove that. And you too. So in front of you, you see, what do you see? Well, you see a knife. This is the paint that I used. Some glue, some tape, and of course, this styrofoam thing. Now, what does all this mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that right before your eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and make the thing that I did. Yeah. All right. So we have some cardboard. Remember what I said? Shining Fates this is real good. Let's see what can I do. Alright, some of this I have to do off camera because it's just a bit too large to do on camera. So for now, just listen to my sweet voice as I narrate what I'm doing. Alright, so first things first, gotta cut a piece of cardboard. All my cardboards are a bit too large, so that's what I'm doing. Cutting off a piece large enough to make a house. Alright, there we go. So here you are. Nice piece of cardboard, and I realized I forgot my my ruler. So I'll be right back. While I'm out, I'll go ahead and grab the the paper towel too. Okay, I'm back. I have a lot of stuff. Not like a lot, but like it's enough so that I could do the thing I want to do. It's basically all my supplies. I won't go too hard into detail. Just because too deep into detail, just so you'll see my supplies as we go. So starting off, the knife, it's from this Hyper Tough 16-piece precision knife set. It's not exactly an X-Acto knife, but it gets the job done. Alright. Man, I kind of wish I could turn on the fan, but it'll probably mess with the audio. So starting off, I want to go ahead and make my house. I'm gonna go off the 1-inch standard D&D housing. So I think everything's based off an inch. How much material we have here? I'm gonna be going off of inches, by the way, not centimeters. It's over a foot. Let's see. Foot. 1 foot, 8 inches about. Pure cardboard. It's 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Well, we could do another 3-foot house. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and just... I could make something like this again. Yeah, we'll do a 3-foot house. Why not? So... first things first is I've never done this here because I'm usually on a bigger area, so I'm kind of cramped for space. But we'll go ahead and make it 3 inches. So because it's 3 inches, I'm going to go ahead and mark for 4 walls. 4 times 3 is 12, so that's what I'm doing. 12 inches there and 12 inches right here. Lining it up, as you can see, just like this. And I do have a little bit of woodworking experience, so that's why you'll see some like woodworkish type thing. That's a crooked line. There it goes. And it looks straight enough. Yeah, I don't exactly... Not exactly the best woodworker, but I do have a little bit of woodworking experience. So, you know, the whole measure twice, cut once thing. Yeah, so... We're gonna go ahead and measure 3 inches tall because that's how tall that one is. You want to measure in 2 separate spots to line them up. Where did I leave my marker? Oh, here it is. Of course, you want to be the utmost careful. You know, I'm gonna move the camera. Whoa, what's this? Another angle? Oops. That's right, you're getting another angle. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and build a 3-inch tall house. As you can tell, I do use 3 inches quite a lot. 3 inches. 3 inches. You line those up. Yeah, this is gonna be like new territory for me, doing all this on camera. I've been practicing. I won't lie. Oh, that's kind of good. I've been practicing. I won't lie. Well, you saw my practice, but you know, this is just. There it goes. Beautiful. And apparently people are doing ASMR now on Twitch. I don't know. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't keep up with Twitch. What are they called? Wait, which one's 3 inches? This one's 3 inches. No, it's. Which one is 3 inches? Oh, please don't tell me that one's 3 inches. It would be so. Oh no, this one's 3 inches. Did I mess it up? I think I messed it up. Oh no, it's good. And yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I kind of messed up right here. Oh, whoops! I kind of messed up right here. It's not exactly 3 inches, but I think it's close enough. Yes, for this cardboard, we'll go and put it to the side. Now we'll go ahead and mark out. Man, that's just a bad angle. There it goes. That's such a weird angle for the camera. Shows all this right here, which I don't want y'all to see. Oh. There we go. That looks better. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do 3 inches intervals. So we'll go ahead and put this down. And every 3 inches I'll put a dot. So it's going to be 3 inches here, at the 3, at the 6, and at the 9. Now, of course, this is a double-sided cardboard. This is just plain cardboard that I was able to get. So, of course, you're going to want to double do this. So you see how it's one dot right there? It's one dot each. You're going to want to go ahead and double that up. Why? Because because essentially, if you don't double it up, you'll just like eye it, and eyeing it is not good for cutting. And that's 9. Okay. So you see how I made 2 dots? 2 dots, see that? You'll just line it up, and you'll go through both of them. You'll line it up, go through both of them, line it up, and go through both of them. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, we got 4 sections right here. After you got the 4 sections, X-Acto knife, X-Acto-ish knife. Not exactly an exact knife, it's an exact-ish knife. I want to go ahead, I'm going to have to do it left-handed. Nope, not going to do left-handed. How can I move this camera? I'm going to have to expand the this setting. Oh yeah, no, then never mind. That's gonna be a wire in my face. Oh, what if I put up here? That'd be interesting. Okay, y'all are gonna move. Get ready. Whee! Bird's eye view. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit weird. Never tried that before. But hey, at least now y'all can see what I'm doing. So X-Acto knife, and you kind of line it up, and you score it. You don't want to cut too deep, just halfway through, so when you bend it, beautiful. You see that? Nice cut, and see how it's still stable right here? There's no cuts on the inside? Great, perfect. And you go ahead and do the same thing right here. So you line it up. Now, for me, I don't really use centimeters that much because I'm American. So what I like to do is, well, as you can see here, I kind of did a little oopsie and cut my ruler. But I was using the centimeter side so I don't mess up the inches side, because that's the side that I use for these models. I use inches and not centimeters. So you line it up. And you go ahead and you do a nice little score. Just like that. Perfect. And when I fold it all up, you got a nice little house. Nice little box. So, right now I get some tape, just some regular Scotch tape. Get this stuff at the dollar store. And I'm a little bit weak right now because I went bowling and I don't really use my fingers to grab 10-pound balls. So my thumb's feels a little bit funny. But you just go ahead and tape that shut. Alright. Nice. Yeah. So you see where you make the scores, those will be on the outside. And everything else, the inside will be, well, obviously the inside, where there's no scores. So for example, if you're using colored cardboard, like I was saying, if you're using colored cardboard, for example, Chef Boyardee here, you're going to want to do the score on the outside, or the inside, my bad, where the cardboard color is. So when you paint the outside, you won't have to paint over all this, you know, bad color. It won't give you like a off color pill. It'll all be one uniform brown color like this. All right. Now then, let me see. We do have this here. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it like this. Let me get things ready. So there's my color mixer, and I'm going to get the colors red and yellow, which are currently off camera. To make brown, you're gonna want mostly yellow, right, with just a touch of red. Just a little touch of red. See that? And right now it's gonna be, you know, it's not gonna make much sense. But soon, if I give it a little mix, it's going to turn orange. Now, orange is the color that we're looking for 2 reasons. One, yellow and red typically make orange. See, it's starting to get that nice orange look. And 2, orange is basically just lighter brown, which is what we're going to go and paint the color. Paint the cardboard. So as you can see, I got this nice orange color. Go ahead and angle this a bit better. Okay, I have this nice orange color coming along. Okay, there we go. See, that's orange. That's the color we want. That's a good color. So now that we have orange, keep in mind, you don't have to mix your colors. It's just me, I'm a little cheap. So I went out and I bought these, here, look. I bought these big acrylics. I bought the main primary colors. I bought yellow, I bought red, and I also bought blue here. So that way, you know, use the main colors and you just kind of derive from there. Add some white, add some black, and you'll get the color that you want. That's how I do it. Of course, you could always just buy the pre-made colors. Add just a little touch of black. That should be enough. If not, we can always add more. And as you can see, the black is starting to make orange turn into brown. Perfect. You want to make sure to get a nice mix so that it's, you know, all one uniform color. You don't want any outstanding orange, outstanding yellows, blacks. You want it all to be mixed up nice and even. So now that we have, here we go, this orange, no, my bad, brown. Now we have this brown from orange. See, as I mix it more, it's getting into a more creamier orange color. So this mixing takes a little bit while, but if you have like a scoop like this one right here, it gets you a real easy time mixing. All right, so now I have that done. I get, oh shoot, I knew I was forgetting something. Darn it, I need to go. Okay, I need to go and get a paper towel. You'll see why for a second. Alright, so, like I said, you're going to need a paper towel. Because paintbrushes. So as you can see, paintbrush is a little wet. I go ahead, paper towel, just dry it off. These paintbrushes I grabbed somewhere, probably had them for a while. Nothing too special. You're just gonna want, you know, a broad brush and kind of a more of a detail brush. But for now, get it. You just paint it. If I move this, okay, let's try moving this. And what if I move it right behind the camera? How does that look? That doesn't work. Put it up here. You see, a real big problem with this is finding a place for the camera, for the light. Hey, that works. That works. Looks pretty well. Okay. Gonna want to put a nice even coat. And remember, this will become our bricks. See right here? It will become our bricks, our these pieces here, and our door. So don't worry about painting too much. We will be using it for other things as well. Just make sure you get all the cardboard colored out. And as you can see, it doesn't make a big difference. So if you want, you could just say, oh yeah, I'll just leave the cardboard color and that'll be the color of the bricks. But I feel like the brown paint, it creates more of a, you know, brickish feel. Of course, if you're a little bit more expert on this art stuff, you can always add textures and whatnot. Me, I'm gonna keep it simple, just brown paint. And that's about it. So you see, usually at this point in time, if I was a better content creator, there's a part where I'd say, well, now that we finished this, we'll go ahead and remove this, and I'll pull out a piece that's already dry. Problem is, I'm not a good content creator, so we actually have to, you know, sit back and watch paint dry. But this gives me a great opportunity to see if I miss any pieces. Alright, are those... No, it's just light glimmer. But I did miss around here. Okay. Welcome back to the Texan Grotto channel, where we watch paint dry. Okay. So as you can see, I went ahead and it's just such a weird angle. I did use a lot of the brown paint. No worries though, it's okay. We can always mix some more. I'm gonna go ahead and put my paint in the paintbrush in the paint water. It's always a helpful thing to have. I'm just using a off-brand red Solo cup. Oh, a red cup, red plastic cup. Just to put all the paint stuff in there. Now then, we cannot avoid this. You just have to wait. And to me, this is the part that uses the most time. But while we are waiting for that, you see how the cardboard isn't exactly a cardboard color? It's more of a, see, compare the two. It's more of a light brown. Well, it kind of fits. It's just this one is a little bit lighter than that one, and it's more evenly colored. It doesn't have these random little, I don't know if you can tell, but it has like little fibers through it. So with these, I'll have to mix up a little bit more brown paint, but that's fine. So while that's drying, we'll set it a little bit to the side just so it can dry. Put that back up there. I'm gonna go ahead and mix up a little bit more brown paint. So that's probably a little bit too much yellow. Actually, no, that's not enough. That's probably not enough yellow. Now I think about it, we're going to add up more yellow. Kind of running out of yellow, but that's okay. We'll put some yellow and we'll put some red, just like before. There we go. Except this time it's going to be a little bit different, because after I'm finished mixing this, see, and plus I already have a little bit of brown there, so we'll mix that in too. So you get a nice quick brown orange. Burnt orange is kind of the color we're going to get, because I'm also mixing in this leftover brown. No shame, no shame. Just put that in. So once we get our burnt orange, can we put that down? Okay, just like that. So you know how I put black to make it darker? Well, this time we're going to do the exact opposite. We're going to add a nice, oh great, that's still wet, a nice small dab of white. I don't want to, there it goes. That might have been a little bit too much white. Put a nice little dab of white. And with a little bit of luck, it'll give us that nice... Ah, yes, there it goes. It's already coming out real nice. So you can kind of see what I'm going for right here. Let's go ahead and mix this all together. And, you know, why am I making this right here? It's for a couple reasons, actually. For starters, I always see these videos. They say, oh, make this house from trash. And, you know, they're kind of right, but, you know, they always happen to have you know, a perfect piece of card. Shoot, well, that's kind of what I have right now. But yeah, they happen, you know, they buy cardboard. And it's like, well, yeah, it is technically trash, but I mean, you just bought that cardboard. See, these cardboards, they come from. This cardboard comes from somewhere. I can't quite remember where. I think a neighbor bought. What did they buy? They bought like a refrigerator, and I just went and cut some from that. It could also come from, well, you know, Amazon boxes, for example. This texture, shipping boxes. You know, just about anything. Or if not, you know, you could always get a Chef Boyardee box. See that? A Chef Boyardee box. Just about any box, and just cut it to size. Okay. So now we have this color right here. It's a little bit darker than what I'd like, so I will add a little bit. See, this is also the whites I have. A little bit more white. Hopefully not too much. Just a little bit. So just a little bit. And I think that's my good texture. It's fine, it's fine. Because we're going more for a tan, because I want that like medieval looking, or you know, it's not gothic, it's not Renaissance. Shoot, I can't tell. I don't know. I don't remember. I want it kind of looking like a cabin, basically, like one of those like medieval. It's not medieval. I can't remember what type of style of architecture this was, but it was during the kings and queens type thing. I think it's called stucco that they would use on the outside. It was this color. There it goes. When you get the color that you want, so this is kind of the color that I want. It's not exactly the color, but you know, just for the sake of, I'll say that that's the color I want. So I'm going to go ahead and with my wet brush, I'm going to dry off my wet brush. And keep in mind, this is while the brown paint is drying. Okay, that's dry enough. Right up with the box. Here it is. So, what you're gonna want to do, tap, 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 and you just whoosh. See, it does make quite a difference in the box color, and it's because of this, you know, difference that I'm doing this. So generally speaking, you are going to want to paint in one direction because it gives the best effect. But don't let me, you know, dictate what you want to do. If you want yours looking a little bit more wild, go ahead and paint in any direction. But generally speaking, one direction is, you know, a good shot to go with. Get a nice even coat. See that? Perfect. Picking up more paint when you need it. This should be our final face. Just go ahead and paint our cube. There we go. Alright, now we leave that to dry. Wow, a lot of drying going on today, isn't there? Okay. Now what? Let's see if this is dry. It's looking drier, looking drier. You know what? Let's just say that it is dry enough, and we'll just go ahead and move on. So, the bricks. Bricks are great. They make a nice foundation. And I'm going to show you. Oh, let's see how dry it is. Ooh, it's kind of still wet. Is this so dry? Alright. Well, I'm going to show you how to make the bricks. So you don't want the bricks too big, but you don't want them too small. That's a real conundrum, isn't it? Too big, they look like cinder blocks. Too small, they'll look like tiles. So what you want to do is, you know, get a feel for the blocks. I don't like to measure it out because it's supposed to, hey, it's like medieval, you know, Dungeon Dragon type beat. So it's going to be a little bit off. So, you know, we're going to use about... We're going to use about that many bricks, that much bricks. Okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut. I'm just going to, you know, eye it out, the size of the brick, and I'm going to cut. Usually you're going to want to measure that type of thing, but we're going to live life on the edge of it. So you see how, okay, see what I mean? That's about the size of a brick, I'd say. You just want to make sure that's even throughout, which is where the measuring will come in. But generally speaking, that looks like it's going to be uniform. You cut. And keep in mind, you do not need an X-Acto knife for this. See, here's a knife. You just get your knife and you cut. Of course, an X-Acto knife is going to be a lot better than any knife. But see, that's not an X-Acto knife. An X-Acto knife does not do this. But hey, now you know it doesn't have to be an X-Acto knife or an X-Acto-like knife. It's just having one does make things a whole lot easier. And what I like to do is, you see how it's kind of bending? You just, let me see if I'm getting on camera. I hope I am. So you just cut along perforation there. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that drying. I'll leave it drying up right off screen. Right. Now, how big do you want the bricks? That's another good question. There's a lot of good questions. The size of the bricks, keep in mind, this is meant to look like a peasant's house. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be world class or whatever. So generally speaking, you just want to... You want the length longer than the height. So, not squares, more rectangular, something like that. And you know what would really be helpful right now? Scissors. It's at this point that you would need scissors. I don't know if I have scissors in my desk. I am going to go get scissors. I'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Alright, see, that wasn't too bad. Okay. So you want your length longer than your height, or your width longer than your height, yeah. Keep in mind this can be done with just about any type of cardboard. It doesn't have to be this thick cardboard, it could be thin cardboard. It's just this thick cardboard is just what I just so happen to have right now on me. Okay. So as you can see, went ahead and did that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut more bricks out. Our main piece. You line it up. See, and once you have one brick cut, you could go ahead and take a brick and line it up. So just like that. Make sure it's just about even all across. Like that. Bend it. See how it's bending? See how I cut that off like that? Boom. That's when I flip it over. I line it up. And cut the back. It creates a great cut. See that? Easy. GG. Okay. And one more time, we will go ahead and cut off bricks. Just gonna go ahead and check the see, it's still a little bit wet, so we'll do one more layer of bricks. I don't know if we're gonna need that many, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Of course, you can measure this out. You could like do an equation or something, you know, get some scientific accuracy for how many bricks you'll need. Me, I just I cut more than I need, but it's always nice to have a little bit more than what you need. You know, maybe inspirational hit. So what I like to do, fold it just like that, and you cut the back, just like that. And you go ahead and you cut them up. There you go. Very nice, very nice, very nice. That should be enough, I think. And some of our faces are already dry. Very dry. This one's still a little bit wet. You can't tell. Yeah, it's still wet. But these other ones are dry, so I'll go ahead and start painting, or start applying the, what is it? Applying the thing, the bricks. The bricks are dry and the other thing is dry. So we're gonna go ahead and do 2 brick foundation, two brick tall. So this is the glue that I like to use, or that I found really helpful. It's thick. It's thick. It comes in this big thing. It's like, I think it's like $2-3, maybe $5. And it's, you know, it's pretty good glue. And it's a lot, and you'll find this in the puzzle section of your, you know, local Walmart, or maybe in your craft store. So first off, I gotta decide which side's up. We'll put this down. See this little curve? We'll put that down. That's down. So you're gonna want to apply, you know, a decent amount of glue onto your paintbrush and start to just lay down. Lay it down just like that. And you must be wondering, like, what's up with this styrofoam thing? So I don't want to go out and buy a mat a cutting mat because those things are kind of expensive. You know, I'm barely starting to do this. I don't even know how long I'm gonna stick with this. But you know, I don't want to go out, buy a cutting mat, and you know, in the future, not use it. So what I did, I just went to a recycling center, or you know, a garbage can, whichever. Um, and I found this nice piece of what's it called in the trash. Uh-oh, looks like I put a little bit of paint on there, so that's why you wipe it off. Because it turns out it wasn't super clean like I thought. Alright. I'm going to not return it, turn it around. And I'm going to apply more paint. And see, the cool thing about this is while you're doing this, it is adding more stability. See, like I'm putting paint here, or not paint, my bad, glue. It's adding more stability, more structural integrity to the overall just like that. Just like that. See how great that is? And much like a mason, you just lay your stone. You just lay your stone. Don't worry too much about creating like a perfect line, because you know, those gaps give the stone look, and that stone look is exactly what we're going for. All right. So you add more. You add more. You add more. Just like that. And I think I'm gonna have to cut more bricks out now that I'm looking at my supply. Oh shoot, wait. Okay, yeah, I haven't done it completely yet. And you're gonna see why it's good that I didn't do it completely yet. In just a second. That's good enough, I guess. Okay, so you see that face? Here's a pressing matter. What am I to do if I want to get in the house? I can't just teleport in. I need a door. And I've been measuring just about everything out, so I'm going to go ahead and measure out the door. It's going to be 1 inch wide. I'm going to see if I can center it. Let's see. So this face is 3 inches wide. So 1.5 would be the middle. So make it the whole 2 inches. That's going to be the door. That right there is the door. How tall is it going to be? I'll go ahead and make it 1.5 inches tall. So I'll just go ahead, go 1.5 inches, and put a dot there. And put it there. Ah, shoot. And well, I'm just gonna go freehand it because it's kind of hard to do both at the same time. There it goes. See, door. Now then, back to what we were doing. So, much like the other ones, you get your glue and you apply it to the side. Just like that. And you just put your bricks down. Oh, see, that one covered up the whole place. And I think this one's gonna need 2. Yep. That one's gonna need 2. Just like that, see? Okay. Hello there, Chocolate Candy 436. Nice for you to drop on in. Oh, I hope I didn't miss your thing by too much. Let me see if I can get a time stamp on that. Well, hello, welcome. You're joining me. I'm making this little house. So at the beginning of the stream, I was explaining about this house here. It comes with a roof, of course. And, you know, that's what I'm doing. So, continuing on. Oh god, I messed this part up. Whoops. Foundation's kind of cracking. A cracked foundation is not a good foundation. Alright, we're going to want to go ahead and lay... You know, I don't know if I want to do it 1 brick or 2. Because I kind of got to cut. I'll go ahead and cut more. Let's not be lazy. I'll go ahead and cut more brick. So, here we go again, being stonemasons. You go ahead and get your cardboard. Line up your bricks. Get your knife. Doesn't have to be an X-Acto, but X-Actos do help, or you know, precision knives do help. And you go ahead and just give it a good cut, just like that. So once you do the cut in the front, you grab your. Okay, that was a bad cut. Let's recut that. Just like that. There we go. That's a better cut. And we just see that fold? You fold it from the outside and you get a nice cut. There it goes. Alright. From here we switch to scissors. And you just give, you know, a couple cuts of stone. Nice stone bricks. To make them look brick-like, you want them to be wider than they are longer. And let me tell you, this thick cardboard really helps in creating that stone-like or the brick-like look, because as you all know, bricks are not just thin little pieces of, you know, thin pieces of stone. They're kind of chunky. Continuing, that's not the one. This one's the one. Okay. Let's go ahead and apply these new stones. Just like that. So, you got your foundation there. Take out your paint, or your paint. I keep on calling it paint. It's not paint. You take out your glue, which in this case it's let's guess the puzzle glue. Dip your brush in, and you're gonna start by laying it down. Just lay it down. Just lay it down. Okay, never mind. I thought my mic was muted. Yeah, my whole setup right now is a bit unconventional. But hey, it's fun. It's fine. And hey, if you like what you're watching, perhaps you'd want to give a follow. This isn't my usual content, but I mean, it's, who knows, if I get enough, you know, remarks, maybe I'll go ahead and do this again. Make another house in a different style. So it looks like I need one piece. And half of this. So I'll just go ahead and cut this stone in half. There we go. we'll paint that here. That looks like a nice foundation, if I do say so myself. Okay, and let's continue onward. So tell me, what do you think of my crafts? Do you think they're good enough? Do you think... I mean, all this to me is... It's kind of like a... it's like a patience test. It's testing my patience because, quite frankly, right now, all I want to do is just glue everything on real quick so I can go on to the next step. But deep down inside, I know I can't quite do that. Why? Simply put, because then it'll look bad. If it looks bad, well, that just goes to show my poor artsmanship. Craftsmanship, artmanship, it's my bad ship. See, it's always good to have a couple of these little bricks laying around. You'll never know when you'll just need to put a little square in. These kind of rose up a little bit. Alright. I think we'll be able to make it with the current bricks that we have. So let's lay the final bricks down. Making sure you get, you know, a thick enough coat that it sticks, but not so thick that it'll run. Just like that. And you just keep on going. It's a bit long. Let me use a short one. Oh, perfect. We'll just go ahead and use these two bricks. Lay the long one there, and the shorter one will lay right here. There it goes. As you see, the bricks are laid down, and we'll just leave that to dry. A lot of drying going on, isn't there? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put on the wooden edging, like these ones. These things right here. These make it look like that, nice and real crafted. So that's where this comes back. As you can see, I do have a lot of it left over from the bricks, and that's exactly what I wanted to happen, because now we get, you know, the wood. So much like the bricks, we go ahead and line it up. Only difference is this time they're not going to be bricks, it's going to be wood. So yeah, let's just go ahead and cut that back side. Nice clean cut. Alright. So here is where my my whole facade of oh you gotta make sure you gotta cut real good and whatnot. You know, this is where it kind of falls, because you see I'm just gonna kind of eye it, and I'm gonna get my marker. Where's my marker? Here it is. Get my marker, and I'm gonna want to cut it about here-ish, and if it's cut there, then I'll cut about, whoops, right here-ish. So you see how I mark that? Get your scissors, and you snip, and you snip. Now you got yourself a nice little piece of lumber. Would you look at that? Isn't that nice? But before we do that, I do want to do something. So, let's put the lumber aside for a sec. And let's get back our palette. So as you can see, I have a little bit of red here. Well, that red's dry, but I will add a little dab of red. A little bit more. A little dab of red, just like that. Why? Because I'm going to do a little technique known as dry brushing. So with dry brushing, I don't know the exact how to do it. All that I know is that you get some paint. See that paint? Get your paper towel, brush it on there. Now you have less paint on there. See these brown bricks? Bricks aren't supposed to be completely brown. They of course have a nice little bit of red on them. That's probably a little bit too wet. Ah, there it goes. See? Now getting those raised bricks. That's what we want. Need more paint, so you just go back to this part. Pick up a little from there. You go back to just touching over the bricks so that, you know, they look a little bit more bricky, not woodish. Let's pick up some of this paint here if we can. There we go. That way you still have like that little brown underneath, but now you have more of a red highlight, so it looks more like a brick. Just like that. There we go. Nice. That worked out fairly well. So now it really has a difference between the between the wood and the brick, which is what we want. Because see how it looks like a brick? If I put the wood next to it, wood looks like wood and brick looks like brick. And overall, that's what we want. Now then, where was I? Here we go. Back to the paint. So you get your paintbrush, or paint, glue. Glue, it's not paint. Gotta get that on my thick head. It's glue. And you get the back, you just kind of dab it on. It's like putting ketchup on your hot dog. Just gotta get it thick enough so you taste the ketchup, but not so thick that all you taste is ketchup. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. It's getting messy. Just place that right there. There you go. Look at that. You got wood and you got some brick. We're going to go and do that for the whole four sides, except for the front. The front, I think I'm going to try something out. But we're going to need more of these. So we're going to need 4 of them, so let's just cut 4 right now. That's 1. We're going to need 3 because we already did 1. Oh boy, I kind of messed this up a bit. It's alright, see? Just got the back. Easy as that. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Okay, there we go. Easy as ABC. 1, 2, 3. You and me. So I'm just gonna measure about where I'm gonna cut it and get my Sharpie. Get my Sharpie. Approximate just like that. Alright, there you go. Approximate just like that, and you snip. Now, of course, there is a better way to do that. You actually measure everything and whatnot. Ah, darn, I didn't need 3, I need 2. But as you can see, it fits out pretty well. Okay. And once again, back to the hot dog analogy. You want to put enough glue so that you taste the ketchup, but not so much ketchup that that's all you taste. One thing that I would really like to do is paint those little minis, like the Warhammer minis, I think they're called, and D&D minis. Yeah, that'd be nice to do, but those things are expensive. I know that much for a fact. Hey, speaking about expensive, if you like this, you might want to go ahead and try supporting me. You know, there's a link somewhere. Check it out. God, that feels so weird. So let's just go ahead. And then like this. I should be, showing a little bit more, but it's the same thing we've been doing. You measure to cut and to cut. And the good thing about this whole build, it's all recycled. Nothing here is new. I didn't buy no new material. It's all taken from garbage dumps. Well, not garbage dumps. Trash cans, neighbors' trash cans, personal trash cans. Yeah. All this stuff was supposed to go to the trash, but I decided, hey, I could use that. And so here we are, making a house from trash. Okay. There we go. The only thing that's not trash are probably my brushes, my marker, the knife, and, well, all the materials are trash. The tools aren't trash, basically. Okay. Now we're to, what do we do? Let me see. I want to do something with his face, because I kind of don't like the way this turned out. This looks kind of dumb. But what can I do? What can I do? I'm not quite sure. Do y'all have any suggestions? What do y'all think I could do to the front? Maybe I will do it like this, or perhaps a different angle. I don't know. We'll leave the front empty for now. Ooh, that'd be cool. What if I did that here? Oops. Ooh, that just gave me an idea. We'll go ahead and mark this here. Mark it there. We'll cut. Put some glue on the back. And we'll place it here. other side. Mark it there. Cut. And we'll go ahead and paint the back side. Just like that. I know I have no, here it is. Marker right there. Uh-oh. We'll cut. And we'll paste the back side. Just like that. That's perfect. Now we have a front door. What's it called? A door frame. Door frame. A door frame. That's what we have. That looks cool. I think that's enough for that. Now all I need is a door. So I did the door, what, 1 inch by 1 inch? 1 inch by... No, I did 1 inch and a half. Yeah, 1 inch and a half. So I have to go here, and I'll measure out 1 inch by a half inch. Okay. So we go 1 inch. 1 inch, and we did half an inch. So right here, a little bit to the left, right, just a little to the right. Okay. You line those two 1 inchers up. See, that's 1 inch right there. And as you can see, it's a door shape. You can use whatever you'd like, but I'm gonna use this knife here. Just like that. Perfect. Let's see if it fits, if I have to do any adjustments. And for whatever reason, it doesn't fit. Why doesn't it fit? It does fit. It does fit. Okay, so we'll just go ahead, put some paint. There I go again, calling this glue paint. Put some glue there. Spread it around just a little bit. And we'll put it just like that. And let me see, where did I put it? You see this? See this little thing here? Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Check it out. We're gonna snip this. We're gonna round it out. Let me see if I can round it out. Okay, perfect. It's a little round, little circle thing now. Put some glue. And just like that, right? Oh God! Missed my paint. And because I don't want to use another color, I'll just use the orange. There we go. Okay, what do y'all think? Is the house coming along? I think it's looking pretty well. It's looking fairly good. My hands just feel tired because, well, oh shoot, is it really that time? Dang, it's late. All right, I'm not gonna do the whole tiling thing right now. That'd take way too long. That'd be probably like its own build. But as it stands, by using the other roof, tell me, what do y'all think? Nice little house. All right, let's go ahead and build that roof. So using this as a base, I'm gonna want the roof, let's see, 3 inches long. Okay, makes sense. 3 inches long and about 2 inches tall. With the hypotenuse, well, I can't really measure the hypotenuse. We'll figure out the hypotenuse. Okay, so check this out. I'm gonna teach y'all a little bit of what is this? A little bit of math. So basically, I want it 3 inches long. So here's what I got. Got a right angle. Okay. This is my roof. I split it in half. This right here is going to be 1.5 inches, making this right here also 1.5 inches, for a total of 3 inches. The height is going to be 2 inches. So what do I have to cut here? Well, that's where we get this little equation. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So with knowing that, we do 1.5 squared plus 2 squared to get c, which is the hypotenuse, c squared. Now, I'm not a math whiz, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a calculator. Let's see. So it's 1.5 to the power of 2 plus 2 to the power of 2, which I think is 4. And we get 18.25. But that's not our answer. We don't make it 18 inches tall. What we do is we find the square root of 18.25. And we come out with 4 inches. About 4 inches. It's actually 4.27 with a couple other digits, but 4 inches is good enough. So apparently, let me see. This is about 3 inches, but to make it a perfect, how did I do this? See, because that's under 2 inches. Okay, that kind of messed with. No, but did I measure 2 inches? How did I do this? Okay, so apparently we gotta make it 4 inches. And 4 plus 4 is 8. So if this is 8 inches right here, we'll be in the good. If not, well, I have to get another. Darn it. Did I do my math right? 1.5 to 4. Let me double check this. 2 times 2 equals 4, right? 1.5 times 1.5 equals 2.25, okay? Plus 2 equals 4.25. Oh, okay, there we go. It's 4.25, the square root of 4.25, which comes out to 2.06, or in other words, 2. So I guess the way I put it in the calculator was wrong. So that's wrong. That's wrong. But we have to make it 2.2. Okay, so for a total of 4 inches. That makes more sense. So we go 4 inches, which we do have. Get from this end. So first off, I'm going to cut off all this brown stuff because we'll use that for the faces, the roof faces. go ahead and cut off this. Just like that. Alright, so we need 4 inches. Well, first off, we need it to be 3 inches. Because that's how wide our build is. 3 inches. You know, I'm not a civil engineer. I'm just glad that I know a little bit of math. Alright, 3 inches, and we go over here. We get 3 inches too. So then we go. Gotta close the glue. Don't want the glue to dry out, do we? Line those 2 up. Perfect. We go ahead and cut it now. Nice and cut. This is a 3 inches. Yes. And now we need this 3 inches to be 4 inches long, which, as you'll see, is a little bit too long. But it's okay, we can always make it shorter. That's 4 inches there. We go over here. 4 inches. Line it up. Get your line in. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and make the line for the 2 inches. Because that's going to be the center. Ah, ruler's breaking. 2 inches and 2 inches. Why is that not 4 inches? Oh, no, I'm just going insane. No, wait, no, it's not 4 inches. Oh, good thing I double checked. It's a little bit over. This is measuring wrong. Tape. Tape's very helpful. Take a piece, cut a piece, grab this piece, put the piece, piece, tape, piece of cardboard. It's alright. And we just like that. Oh man, this is coming out real great. I'm getting real like excited. Okay, perfect. Just check that's about 3 inches. Yes, it's perfectly 3 inches-ish. It's a little bit off. Alright. probably gonna want to put a little bit of reinforcement on the top because it seems like it's ripping. I'll just go ahead and grab this piece, line it up. There you go. It kind of looks like a pseudo rooftop type thing. Anyway, yeah, because I don't know if you could see, it's kind of ripping, so that just gives a little bit of reinforcement. Let's test out the roof. How does it look? Looks a little small. Oh, it is small. That's not good. Huh. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I measured it to be exactly 3 inches. I didn't give no wiggle room for... It should be like 3.5 inches so it goes over, but it's exactly 3 inches. So in other words, this roof is trash. Let's just go ahead and crumble that up. Oh, I could have probably used that for something else. That's my bad. Luckily, I just so happen to have this smaller piece of cardboard laying around. It's a lot rougher, but it's cardboard. It's good cardboard. Cardboard's cardboard. How would that look? That looks ridiculous. It didn't look that bad, actually. You know what? Let's do a little bit of, let's do some ridiculousness. So it's gonna be, okay, I'm just gonna like eye it out. Hopefully I do this right. We'll cut, forget it, no cutting, or no measuring. We'll just cut off about that much. So this is getting a little reckless here, but I feel like if I high gamble, I'll get high reward, you know? Just look at that. That looks cool. I think that looks cool. Looks more like a barn roof, more so than a. I'll just use that to measure. Flip it around. There we go. Oh well, that's come out. Sometimes you just gotta say, what is it? YOLO. Yeah. That's what the kids say, right? What am I saying? I am a kid, I think. Probably the last person who says YOLO, to say the least. Everyone else who says YOLO is probably, well... I feel like if you say YOLO enough, you will no longer, you know, have the... part, you know, the YL part, the you live part. If you say YOLO enough, you'll probably no longer have that part of YOLO. Because reasons. Alright, let's see. Did my high risk, high reward payout? I think it did. That looks absolutely adorable. Alright, it's a little bit freaky. That looks adorable. Okay, hold on. One side's a little bit longer than the other. I'm gonna measure this out. Oh wait, or is it? No, yeah, it definitely is. I'm gonna measure it off camera just so I could do that. It's 2 inches. This is okay. So this side is 2 inches. This side also needs to be 2 inches here. Wait, is it 2 inches? Yes, it is 2 inches. Okay, this right here needs to be 2 inches. Marker time. 2 inches here, and then up here we also get 2 inches. You line those up. There you go, that's how much we gotta cut off. So go ahead and get your knife. You line it up. And remember, Sharpies are a little bit thicker than a knife. Go. Perfect cut. And now we have a nice little barn roof. That's funny. You know, and because it's more of a barn roof, I feel like it wouldn't really have tiles. It'd be more like steel. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna keep this. Oh, I know. I'll just use. No, I can't do that. That would work. How can I? Let me just reinforce it. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep it, let it keep its shape. I'm gonna place the house just like that, right? Then using the marker, I'm gonna place just like that. Mark it off. Like that. I'm gonna flip it around. See, so as you can see, it's gonna match up like that. Okay. So just gotta make sure everything looks good. Just like that. Now, I don't know. We just kind of winging it. I don't have this roof on the other house. Okay. So now I'm gonna use this cardboard to maybe, yeah, I'm gonna stick it here. So I just need to, you know, line it up, and just to show that you could really use just about any knife, I'll go ahead and use this knife right here. You line it up. Mark it first. You line it up. Make sure it's lined up. And you mark it. And just to show you can go ahead and use any knife. Boom. Any knife is usable. Go ahead and glue. Oh, but then I'll lose the. How can I glue it so that it keeps the shape? Oh yeah, that's why I have this. Super glue. So you get a little bit of this. Put it along the edge, both ends. Right, and then. Place it. Alright. It's kind of stuck there now, I think. Well, I'll just leave that there. Perfect-ish. And, should have thought about that before. Nope, not quite. A little bit more. A little bit more, if you can see it. There we go, that's how it's done. And you just just like that. And just place it. Ah, close the glue. Where's the glue cap? Here it is. Okay. So, let that dry. You know, give it a little. And well, I guess I'm gonna make this a. Yeah, dude, that looks perfect. Let me see if I can show y'all. Look at that. It's perfect. I love it. It's so adorable. Because this is a, I'm gonna make it a metal roof, even though, you know, they didn't necessarily have metal roofs back then in Middle Ages. I mean, they barely had metal for armor, but we'll just go ahead and put it metal. So I'm gonna make it a gray color. So for that gray color, let me just go ahead and move this out the way. We're gonna need two simple colors. Technically speaking, they're not even colors. I always say that they're colors. People always correct me, say they're not colors, they're called shades. But you get a little bit of white. It's kind of hard to see because, well, it's white plate, white light, everything. But the moment I add a little bit of black to it, let's add some black. You see the black on the white now? No? Here, maybe this will help you. It's just... Ooh, now you see it. And what we're going here is for a metallic gray shade. See how this is kind of like a light gray? That'd be great if we were doing highlights, but I don't think we're going to do any highlighting. And we're going to need a decent amount of gray, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more black. So, let's go ahead and add a touch more of black, just like that. We're going to just keep on mixing. See, now this is more like a concrete gray. A cement. Cement? That's concrete, baby. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more black. Hopefully this will give us the metallic silver gray we're looking for. There we go. That's the gray we're looking for. Just like that. So we'll put that up here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little house. Can't even see it's not in shot. All right. It looks so funny with it's like it's oversized roof. Okay. And let's go ahead and build this here roof. So we're just gonna go ahead and get a decent amount of this gray paint here. And let's start painting. It's technically not metallic gray because it doesn't have the metallic shine to it. I'm gonna call it metallic gray because it looks like metal. That was weird. I hope I'm still connected to the internet. Am I connected to the internet? I hope I am. Yeah, I am. It's because the camera is on top of the laptop that's on top of the stand. So it's, it's kind of funny, like... it's still there though. Everything's great. Everything's great. Dare I say everything is awesome? Maybe. Not quite. It's perfect actually. Everything's perfect right now. Just here painting, crafting. Little house on stream. Isn't that nice? It's kind of funny because this is kind of what I want to do. Like, not professionally. I would never be able to do this professionally. But I want to do some paints on stream because I think that'd be real fun. It wouldn't necessarily be Bob. Shoot, what's his name? Bob Stewart? No, not Bob Stewart. Bob Marley. Bob Ross. Bob Ross. Wow, it's really late. I gotta go to bed soon. Can't even remember Bob Ross. Bob Marley, isn't that the guy who does reggae? Yes, Bob Marley, the painter. Can't say Bob Marley the artist because he is an artist, just not a painter. Or is he? I don't know. I don't know too much about Bob Marley. All I know is the stereotypes. There we go. Oh! Oh, I got so scared. It was the red paint. I thought it was open. Oh, I can't see. The red paint, I thought it was open, but it was closed and I tipped it off. Okay, let's go ahead and see how we got there. I just want to paint these tips right here. Paint these tips. Like I said, 2 or at it. And I gotta do these ones as well. Ah, fudge. Everything's just kind of in the way. It's because I'm not used to working in such a small space, but well, we made it work. Isn't that right? You, me, the camera. We made it work. There it goes. I'll be honest, the gray roof is kind of like a cop-out. It really wasn't what should have been. But, you know, it was kind of on a time constraint type of thing. I did like the barn roof idea. The thing is, if I was to do the whole tile, like this one right here, if I was to do it like this tiles right here, let's see if we can put it in frame somewhere. Yeah, there it goes. If I was to tile it like that, that'd be like another hour. And it's not that I don't want to do it. It's great, but I really do not have the time right now. It's currently like 1 o'clock Texas time. So yeah, it really comes down to I started way too late on doing this whole stream. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and let's move everything around. Actually, let's see. We're gonna put. Actually, let's put the houses side by side. Put that one there. Put that one here. Like that. Like that. Ugh. And I just grab y'all and move y'all down here. Okay, you gotta be careful. Boom. So we got two very different houses. One on the left looks more Adobe-ish, if I'm completely honest, but it still has that like foundation look to it. House on two on the right looks more Stucco-ish with the foundation and the little these things. Has the tiles. This one has more. Has the barn roof. This one has more of a house roof with the front covered. The door. This one has a door frame, so that's pretty cool. Overall, that's how I did it. So yeah. Usually, they'll have. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of movie magic so that the what's it called, the materials will be at the beginning. So the materials are a knife, any type. It could be this type, or it could be, you know, a knife. It just has to be a knife. Scissors, tape, ruler, important. You know, various paints. So you got, you know, I used these paints here: white, black, red, and yellow. Yellow wants to come onto frame here. Yellow. If you're gonna mix your paints, you're gonna need a paint mixer. I use this spatula here. Somewhere to put your paints, I use this paper plate as a palette. Napkin to wipe off your paintbrushes. Paint cup with paintbrushes. I use a thick broad one, this little thin one for glue, and a little detailed one for a little detail that I used once. As for glues, you're gonna need a glue. I use this puzzle glue for some of the smaller details because it's easier to paint on, and for some of the more stubborn details I use super glue. A marker to mark down your measurements, and of course cardboard. I use this type of cardboard. It's trash cardboard, found in the dumpster. And of course, if you don't want to cut up your table, I would recommend going out, finding a piece of styrofoam. Found this one literally in the trash. Go dumpster diving a little bit. Who knows what you find? So yeah, that's everything. That's all the lists, and that's the result right there. I want to thank everyone for coming out and watching this. Not really how-to, but it's how-to-ish. You know, it's a little bit of a tutorial. It gives you an idea of how to start working on this type of thing, and hopefully you find it enjoyable. Hopefully you found it fun, and I think that's about it. So thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. I just want to go ahead and thank everyone. Thank everyone for watching. This comeback has been great. What else? That's it, really. Stick around. You're going to want to follow. You're going to want to subscribe. You're going to want to see what we're coming up. What we're going to do in the next couple videos. Next couple streams, next couple videos. You get what I mean. Anyway, not to drag it out like a, not to drag it out too far. I'll go ahead and let y'all go. good night from Texas, and we'll see y'all later.